Okay, let's just jump right in with a fact that sounds completely made up, like a playground rumor, but is 100% backed by science. Your own body can produce flammable gas. Yup, we're going there. So, the big question, right? Is it actually literally possible for the gas you pass to, well, ignite? It sounds like something straight out of a cartoon. But what does the science say? The answer is incredibly simple, surprisingly direct, and honestly, a little alarming. Yes, but, and this is where it gets really interesting, it's not a universal human thing. This special ability only applies to a certain chunk of the population, which immediately makes you wonder, right? Are you in the club? To figure this out, we need to zoom in way, way in. We've got to meet the tiny little residents of your gut who are responsible for all of this. Let's talk about the methane makers. So the culprits here have a name. They're called methanogens. And get this, they're not bacteria, they're not viruses, they're part of this super ancient domain of life called archaea. And for some of us, they've set up a little methane factory right in our digestive tract. And if you want to get really specific, the main species we're talking about is Methanobrevibacter smithii. I know, it's a mouthful. But that's the little organism that's turning parts of your dinner into actual fuel. So this is the number that really matters. Roughly a third of all people host a big enough colony of these methane-making microbes. If you don't have them, your gas just isn't flammable. It's really as simple as that. It all comes down to your personal microbiology. Now, okay, it's one thing to have these microbes hanging around, but they need to eat, right? And what you eat directly fuels them, which determines how much flammable gas they're going to pump out. Just like us, these little guys have their favorite foods. So what kind of stuff do you eat that just gets them fired up and ready to boost their methane production? You've probably already guessed it. Their absolute favorite superfuel is fiber. We're talking about things like beans, lentils, cabbage, broccoli, all those healthy foods that our bodies can't totally digest on their own. For them, it's an all-you-can-eat buffet. And this chart just shows how dramatic that effect can be. A 2022 study in Nature Microbiology found that a single high-fiber meal can increase methane production by over 300% in just a few hours. That's not a small jump. It's a massive spike. Look, this is more than just a weird piece of trivia. The presence of all this methane in your gut has real, measurable effects on your digestive health. So let's talk about how this all connects back to you. Yeah, researchers have found a pretty clear link here. High levels of methane basically act like a brake pedal on your digestive system. It slows things down, what's called gut transit time, and that's often linked to constipation. On the flip side, people with low or zero methane tend to have, a faster, more regular system. Okay, I know exactly what you're thinking. And yes, there is a way to test this at home. But before I even start to explain, this warning is absolutely non-negotiable. This is extremely dangerous inside. It must be done outdoors, far, far away from anything flammable. I'm being completely serious. So if you're in that 30% and you just have to see the science for yourself, this is the safe way to do it. The idea is to collect the gas in something like a balloon overnight. Then, and this is the most important part, take it outside to an open space, a clear driveway, a field, whatever. Use a long-handled lighter, like for a grill, to keep your distance, and you can carefully ignite the gas as you slowly let it out. If you're a methane producer, you'll see a quick little blue flame. So after all that, what is the one big idea you should walk away with? What's the thing that really ties this all together? It's really this. The food you eat does two jobs. It fuels your body, sure, but it also fuels the huge, unique ecosystem of microbes living inside you. And for about a third of us, that ecosystem includes some ancient fire starters. So, what are you feeding your inner fire?